For millions of Palestinians in Gaza, the primary UN agency UNRWA is a lifeline. They depend on it for healthcare, social services, jobs and food. UNRWA staff were accused last month of participating in the October 7th attacks on Israel. This led to a full-blown United Nations investigation. At least 17 donor countries and the European Union cut their funding, which the agency says has worsened an already dire humanitarian situation. UNRWA warns that it will most likely be forced to shut down its operations in the Middle East at the end of the month if the funding does not resume. But the United Nations says there is no other agency in the world that can replace UNRWA.
Any attempt of replacement that is not possible, if it would be possible, would mean a huge multiplication of the resources needed for the humanitarian action.
One expert believes the funding cuts are collective punishment for Palestinians living in the Gaza Strip.
Let's be very clear as well. Israel has had a vendetta against UNRWA for a very long time, precisely because their presence, the life-saving support they provide to Palestinian refugees. This Israeli government wants to deny almost the existence of Palestinian refugees.
Oxfam, one of the aid agencies that works alongside UNRWA, estimates more than 2 million people are already facing hunger in the Palestinian territories.
Oxfam and other aid organizations have no capacity to consume the work and the role that UNRWA is currently doing. And it will be disastrous, let me just put it that way. UNRWA closing shop on the 1st of March is something that we can't even begin to imagine. I think this is a time when with everything that's happening in Gaza, this is the time when aid should be increased.
But Israel's ambassador to the United Nations says there's long-standing proof that Hamas has infiltrated UNRWA and the UN has done nothing about it.
We implored them for years to carry out a comprehensive search of all UNRWA facilities in Gaza. Yet not only did they refuse, they chose to bury their heads in the sand and ignore the reality.
A claim the United Nations has refuted. Countries like the US, Germany and the United Kingdom have publicly maintained that they will only reinstate funding once the investigation is complete. The UN Secretary General will only receive an interim report into that investigation in late March. Many say it might be too late and the agency will have to close down, leaving millions of people destitute and hungry. Jody, CGTN, New York.